Hello, and welcome to the Intuitive Entrepreneur, spiritual values that are going to help you succeed in business. My name is Cate Gongos, and I'm thrilled to be at the Alive with Possibilities Summit. Before we get going, we don't have a lot of time, and I want to make the most of our energy and our space together. I would ask if you could all just close your eyes just for a minute. And I'd like you to just, wherever you're at in the world, just to bring in your energy and your support and your love. And just, we're going to create this amazing container for the next 15 minutes. And even though we're all on Zoom, it's just amazing to feel everybody here. It's just alive with possibilities. And I'd like to have you join me in 2 breaths. I'll lead you. So we're going to breathe in, we're going to hold, and then we're going to breathe out slowly. So breathing in, hold, and breathe out slowly. And breathe in, hold, and breathe out slowly. Thank you. I guess I want to start by saying I believe that everyone here is an intuitive entrepreneur. It's one of our most powerful spiritual values. Everybody knows about it, but oftentimes we think of intuition as something maybe reserved for a special few people. Maybe you're on a spiritual path and you get lots of intuitive hits. But that's not really true. The truth is that your intuition is actually a mystical tool that you have access to anytime, anywhere, all the time. And it is something that is very important in your business and in your life. So I'm going to be talking about spiritual values. And in fact, I came ready today to talk about 40 spiritual values. So, but I am not going to do that. We only have time for 2. So I'll be presenting 2 spiritual values for you today. And I want to talk a little bit about what actually is a spiritual value, because you might be asking yourself that. And I'm sure there's different definitions. But the easiest way, I think, to think of a spiritual value is to go back and look at your personal values. If you're in business or planning to be in business, you bring whatever work you do, you bring your personal values into your work. So I'm assuming everyone here is passionate about their project or their work, whatever they're doing. I'm assuming that you bring your honesty, your integrity, your work ethic, and your skills and your knowledge. Those are all the things that, of course, are going to make your business work. But spiritual values, they are also an extension of you. Your spiritual values allow you to go a little bit deeper. They are your core beliefs about yourself, about others, and how you feel about the universe, the divine, God. So those all, your spiritual values incorporate all that. They are also not sourced from your mind, which is limited and conditioned, or your fearful ego. Your spiritual values are sourced from your soul. And finally, spiritual values want you to evolve. They want you to grow. They want you to move forward. They want you to become empowered in this lifetime and to be the best possible version of yourself. So we all want that, right? So in case you still don't know what a spiritual value is, I'm going to give you a few examples just to shake things up a bit. Spiritual value could be something like compassion for yourself or others. It could be forgiveness for yourself or others. It could be imagination. When you jump into your business, you have to imagine, you have to vision, you have to plan things. It has a lot to do with your intention. because what you intend is what you become. And it also has a lot to do with flow. When you're in the flow of life and working with life and not against it, you're just kind of captivated and you're moving along with this current that is already happening underneath all of us. So I'm very comfortable talking about spiritual values because my Seeker's Journey Oracle cards, each card in that deck is a spiritual value. In fact, it's one of my personal spiritual values. And I've been through the deck and I've looked at all the cards, and I actually believe that every single one of them is not only good in life, but it will be applied to your business. You can make these values, they are universal, they will work for you in your business. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you through a couple of my cards, 2 cards to be exact. We're going to look at the card, and then I'm going to do a little bit of a reading from the card guidebook. So if you pulled this card out of the deck, this is what the guidebook would say. And then I'm going to take a moment to tell you what the application is of the card in business. And I'm sure you can think of a lot more things. This is just to get you thinking about it in your particular business, how it might work for you. So you ready? Okay, let's go. First card, no surprise. I'm going to hold it up and I'm going to really hope that everyone can see it, at least get an idea of the card. Great. Okay, this is the card Intuition that we started with. And I told you you are all intuitive, and you all are. In this card, I'll just give you a couple of highlights. This ring is actually an old compass, and it's not just any compass, it's your soul compass. And you can see at the top, there's a north and a south. And if you look really closely in the middle, there's actually an eye. And that eye is your 6th chakra. It's your intuition, where everything flows through your 3rd eye. And there's also our goddesses in the back of that card. And the goddess in the card, in many of the cards, she represents the divine, our higher power, something that's much greater than us. And just the affirmation at the bottom, I stand in wonder and I listen for guidance. So here's the card, the notes from the guidebook. So this will tell you what intuition is. Tap into knowledge and guidance and wisdom beyond your 5 senses. Your intuition connects your physical and non-physical world. It's the subtle language of the soul that allows you to understand something instantly without the need for conscious reasoning or thinking. You receive intuitive nudges through your inner senses, which may come to you in visions, feelings, voices, or an understanding or a knowing inside your body. Intuition is a navigational tool from your soul that aligns with the truth of who you are. So that's the intuition card. And now I'd like to talk a little bit about it in terms of business. I said at the beginning of this session that you are all intuitive entrepreneurs. Well, we're all intuitive entrepreneurs because we all are intuitive. You cannot not be intuitive. And it is a very, very powerful sense. And it is one of the senses that if you walk into any business, you can sense the culture, the nature, how the employees are feeling, what's going on in that business, and no one has said a word to you. So in business and practical terms, your intuition as a business person, what your customers need, but maybe they're not telling you, what your employees want, but they're not saying anything, you need to be able to read between the lines. And that's why your intuition, it gives you another layer of data over your 5 physical senses. And in a perfect world, what we want to have happen is our intuitive senses and our physical senses working together. So, that would be optimal. But right now, we're more familiar with our 5 physical senses, but more and more and more, our intuition is opening up and expanding. The card also told us to stand in wonder. And I want to just explain what I think that means. It means that when you can find a place, even for a few minutes, to stand in wonder or curiosity or awe or stillness, you are opening a space for your intuition to find you. because your intuition can come at any time, anywhere, but when you ask for it, it may not be quite in the time frame you want, but something, you're shifting something, you're allowing a new possibility and a new space to open, and you're requesting guidance in a certain area. So it's very powerful. Now, of course, our intuition shows up differently for all of us, and the card told us it can be a nudge, a knowing. Your job is to explore and recognize how your intuition shows up for you. And it's different for everyone. Most people find they have one or two senses that maybe is a little more powerful and that they go with. So for me, I have an inner knowing. When I know something, but I don't know how I know it's true. If that makes any sense. So your job is to explore your intuition, to recognize it, then to trust on it and act on it. Intuition is always sensing the physical things that we cannot see. And it always empowers you because it aligns with the truth of who you are. So if you get an intuitive hit and you're feeling anxious or disconnected or sad, or I don't know about this doesn't work, that's not intuition. Intuition always empowers you and leads you forward to your next step. It opens doors that are right for you. So that's the intuition card. I'm going to move on. And our next card, I'll just pull it up here. Now, this card is interesting because it might even be more important than intuition. When I started this journey with looking at businesses and cards and how it all worked, I thought, I don't think anything could be more powerful than intuition. But there is something. And that something happens to be surrender. And I'll just quickly point out a couple of things on this card. Hopefully you can see it. I think the biggest thing, we have a lady, she's wearing a bit of a bird costume. The divine is at top, represented by the goddess. But the biggest things are the chains that are holding her back, keeping her, they've held her back for too long. They no longer serve her. They're a burden. And she is releasing, our affirmation at the bottom, I release everything to the divine. It's just a flowing out and creating and opening yourself to these unlimited possibilities that you don't control, and that they will happen and they'll be there for you. Let's look at the card message for this card in the guidebook. I have it right here. Let go and allow life to work through you. You are trying too hard to control everything in your life. Break through the chains of your ego that cause you to suffer. These are all your old stories, thoughts, perceptions, and emotions that keep you stuck in patterns and beliefs that no longer serve you. Surrender is accepting each moment just as it is. Release all your problems, fears, situations, and relationships to the divine. Surrender is not about giving up. It's about opening and acknowledging a new awareness within your being. It's your capacity to trust in a deeper wisdom, guidance, and a power that is greater than you. Surrender is an act of awakening. So very important card. Let's take a quick look at the business application. When I look at this card and I think about it, I think the biggest thing is telling me I am not alone. Whether you're even just a singular business owner, a sole proprietor of a business, you are not alone. And that your message, I think, to be successful in any business is a process of letting go. That there is a time and a season where all the planning and all the hands-on things that you've been doing to control and make your business a success have to be released. And they're released to the people that work for you, suppliers, many different people that are out there that are connected to your business. You're going to allow things to flow, and you're going to allow surrender in a deeper place to sort of guide the direction and to make things happen. When you energetically release your hold on your business, you actually empower others to do the job that they are there to do. And if they are empowered, your customers will be empowered, you're going to be more empowered. It's like a vicious, like a circle. And you trust the team that you're working with is going to be there for you, and that life, this is a critical thing, that life is actually organizing for your success. So surrender. I believe that surrender is a wonderful tool for a couple of reasons. It's a spiritual value, but wherever you're at in your business, it will bring you back to balance and well-being. So that's the surrender card. In closing, I have 3 tips that I want to leave you with that, to me, I believe will help you integrate your spiritual values into your business. And they're going to be takeaways that I hope you can just sort of hear, and then maybe when you're using them in your business, you'll think about it and you'll think, oh, okay, I can do that. The first one is spiritual values are going to ground you. They're going to ground you, and they're going to create a solid foundation for you to grow and expand your business. So they're more, remember, they're more than your personal values. They're going to be a grounding and lay the platform for a strong foundation for your business. They're going to help you cultivate more confidence, because you're going to be releasing a lot of barriers and a lot of things in your life that no longer serve you. You're going to be moving, you're going to be into different levels of consciousness, you're going to expand and grow outside your physical senses. And finally, you're going to find that you are going to be uplifted and empowered. And as you become empowered, your employees become empowered, everybody that's connected to your business is empowered, and you're going to make more money. So I think there's quite a bit that I could say that I find so inspiring around spiritual values and business. And I feel it's a topic that probably could use a lot more thought and attention, but it's something that we all have access to and we can all do it. And I want to, finally, I want to leave you with a free gift. So I want to thank you for the time we spent today. And I would like you to have an opportunity to use my cards. They are not published yet. I'm in the process of publishing them. But on my website, which is seekersjourney.ca, so that's seekersjourney, all one word, .ca, and my name is Cate with a C, Gongos. On my website, front and center, you will find, easy to see, what we call a digital card reading app. And on that app, you can choose 1, 2, or 3 cards. There's prompts, so it's easy to do. And you can, when you're in your business and you've got a question, you've got an emergent problem, you need some guidance or inspiration right now, pull a card. It's so easy. And I do it all the time. The cards are wonderful. I must say, I don't want to lead you too far down the garden path, because these cards will not predict your future. But what oracle cards do, and what their gift is that they open a space for you. They open a space that they might reveal something that you otherwise couldn't see. They'll help you clarify something. You'll get some guidance or a next step. There's a lot of things they can do, but they will not predict the future. You're in charge, and but they will be there every step of the way for you. So also on my digital card reading app, if you go to the website, there's a place where you can sign up, and we are offering a 10% discount on the cards right now during the time of the summit. So if you sign your name and your email address, you will get a 10% discount on the cards when they are published, and we will keep you informed with that via email. And also, if you sign up, I am going to put, there's going to be 5 decks that we'll be giving away at the end of the summit. And I hope one of you will win one of those decks. And when they're published, we'll send that out to you and stay in touch with you. So I was thrilled to be here today, and I wish you all the best and enjoy the rest of the summit. Bye for now.